Hey y'all, it's Bella. So welcome if you're new, welcome back if you've already been rocking with me. But by the title of this video, you can see I'm about to do like a get to know me tag. And it's funny because I actually filmed the mom tag and then I edited it and I was like, wait, I never even told the people about me. So of course, while we're locked down on quarantine with this coronavirus stuff or whatever, like you have plenty of time to get your content up and get to editing and stuff. So I figured, of course, I could just go ahead and film a video and I can post this one before I post the mom tag. Then it'll probably make more sense, right? So I have some questions here and I'm just gonna get into them. So my name, so I go by Bella, but my first name is Gabella, but I just prefer to tell people Bella because if I tell them Gabella, then the next time they see me, they're just not gonna say it right. Or they're gonna call me Gabrielle, or I do not like to be called Gabby. I don't like that. So yeah, I just say Bella and then the people remember that really easily. Where am I from? I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Okay, BR baby. So I was born here. I still live here. I went to school here. Can't seem to get out, but I will probably move after I graduate. So I'm still going to LSU now. I'm getting my PhD in biology. So after I graduate, I'm probably gonna move. But I mean, again, if the money's still rolling in, then I go where the money go. Okay, which is I haven't gone anywhere because the money has been here. How tall am I? I'm 5'3", maybe a little 5'2.5" action, but I'll just say 5'3". My biggest accomplishment, of course, it's been getting my bachelor's degree because that wasn't easy. And I got my bachelor's degree in biology as well. It was not easy. So it was definitely an accomplishment. And also, I'm not gonna cap. When I was like 17, 18, I don't remember, 17, I think it was right before my birthday. I don't know. All right, after my, maybe. Anyway, when I was still in high school, I bought a brand new car and sis really didn't have a good idea how she was gonna pay for it. But 6 years later, the car is paid off. So I'm definitely proud of that. My biggest fear is like being broke and not being able to pay my bills. If I ever like was down on money to the point where I couldn't travel, I'd be so sad. But yeah, I think that's my biggest fear. So that's why I'm a little hustler, baby. I don't mind like doing a couple things to get some extra money, like, cause I'd rather do it and get the money. And you know, people be ashamed to like do little things and get money. I'd be more ashamed to be broke. Are you kidding me? What inspires me? So traveling inspires me. Traveling was the reason I started my channel. Also I'm inspired by seeing other people like, cause you could tell when people are like comfortable in being themselves and like they just, you know, that inspires me because I could feel that, like, you know, when you finally like, or you see a friend come around and they're finally like getting into themselves, and I'm like, yes, go ahead, girl. You know, or seeing some of these people online, you know, even though you don't know people online like that, but just seeing people online being like you could kind of, I don't know, maybe you can't, but you could kind of feel like the realness in people and like people being comfortable in themselves. Like that inspires me, and like seeing people just get on their shit, like that inspires me. What has required the most courage? So, I mean, I know the answer, and of course, I kind of picked out a few. I like skimmed and picked out a few questions, so I knew I was gonna ask myself this question. But it's kind of personal, but anyway, I'm gonna tell you anyway. So the most courage, the one thing that has required the most courage for me was losing my dad and then having to like plan his funeral. And cause you know, you're grieving and then you also, but you have to like, things have to happen like this, and like you have to like step up to the plate and like you gotta find money, and you gotta, like, I literally wrote and typed his obituary. Like, you gotta oversee. It's a lot. It required a lot. And yeah, it just required a lot, and it still requires a lot to think about it. And but that's, I could get into that a whole nother. Okay, what's my sign? I'm an Aries, fire sign for life. And I do identify very well with being a fire sign. My favorite place I've traveled to out of the country, definitely Jamaica. Like, it's a vibe in Jamaica. Like, I love Jamaica. I would go back in a heartbeat. Like, Jamaica's lit. And then inside the US, New York. I went to New York for Christmas, and honestly, I loved it. Like, and when we went out there, it wasn't that cold, but I wished it would have been like cold and snowing, but it's okay. But I loved it. Like, the whole vibe, like just the fast pace. Like, I loved it. I would live there if I could afford it, or if I got a really nice job offer. Definitely New York. Ooh, where am I? Would I ever consider living abroad? Girl, visa me, please. I'll be out of here so quick. I do think that moving to like Toronto could be an option. I have been to Toronto and I liked it, but it's like, it's not too far to where like people are speaking like different languages and stuff that you don't understand, but it's still like, you know, I can mess with it. If I had one skincare product to choose, it would definitely be that Paula's Choice BHA liquid exfoliant. It's in a gray bottle with a white top. I've probably shown it. I think I've shown it in a haul or something, maybe. And if I had one makeup product, I'm hoping that my skin clears up enough to where I will never need to wear foundation again. So I'm gonna say some setting powder. My Fenty setting powder, but I also like my Sacha Buttercup powder. If y'all know what that Sacha Buttercup powder is, you know. She's still rocking with me. I still bring her everywhere I bring my makeup. Am I scared of heights? No. I love heights. I love adrenaline rushes. I love roller coasters. I like putting my life at risk for the rush. Like, I'm that person. Like, I like theme parks. I like that rush. I'd definitely be that person, like bungee jumping or skydiving. Who are my favorite artists? I definitely SZA off the dome. I like NBA YoungBoy, of course. Right now I'm feeling like Kiana Lede. Summer Walker, I love Summer. Okay, I'm not gonna stay too long because that's all it's off the top of my head. Who's my favorite person? My mom, my mother. I love her. Wait till y'all see that mom tag. Like, she's so funny. I love my mama, y'all. My worst childhood memory. Story time. It's gonna be short. So when I was like 5, I think, maybe, I couldn't have been that young because I still remember. But so we were in the car, in the truck. So you know those old trucks, and it's just like one front seat. So it's like my dad, me, my brother and my sister. I don't remember who's sitting beside me. But we went to go get snowballs. So I had me a blue bubblegum snowball, one of my favorite flavors, and my dad told us, do not waste it in this truck. And when he says stuff, he mean it, okay? And of course, I had to waste mine. Like, how you give a 4 or 5-year-old this snowball with no top, and you got the cone on it, and you expect me not to waste it? Impossible. But of course I wasted. So he snatched that snowball out my hand, honey, and threw it out the window. And I was just so hurt. I was just sitting there like, while my brother and sister were enjoying their snowballs, I'm just hurt. And I don't know why that was such a defining moment for me, but honey, I'll never forget it. Like, I'll never forget it. Do I have siblings? I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters, and I am the youngest. I am the baby. My favorite colors are blue and green. My favorite ice cream flavor, that Bluebell chocolate chip cookie dough. Girl, I hope they never stop making that. My favorite music genre, so I listen to all types of music. I like country music, R&B, pop, gospel. Like, if you looked at my Apple Music, you'd probably be surprised. Like, things go every which way in my Apple Music. My favorite thing to watch in the Olympics, I love watching that ice skating and the gymnastics and stuff. Like, that's just such an art to me. Like, to me, that's real talent. And swimming, of course, because I like to swim. So my favorite sports team, LSU football. Off. And there's nothing else. I don't really watch anything else. Honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all something funny. I asked this guy, I was like, does basketball have halftime like football? He was just like, but listen, I don't watch basketball. I don't really watch any other sports besides gymnastics and football. I'm sorry, you know, whatever. My favorite subject, of course, is science. I hate math. Let me not say hate. I'm not a big fan of math. But I like science and I like English. Because I could write a good paper. Are you more likely to avoid conflict or engage? Like I said, I'm a fire sign. I identify as a fire sign. I'm engaging. If you want to engage with me, we'll engage. Like, and I think some people know that. Some people know that I'm a go the mile. I like to argue. I'm sorry, it just is what it is. If you want something to be said, tell me, because I'm going to say it. I don't like to be that person to hold my tongue or say something to you behind your back. Like, I'm going to tell you to your face, and I want you to know that I said it. Okay? Yeah. Am I a good cook? I think so. Because my daddy was a good cook, and he cooked for us. You know what? And while we're on this coronavirus quarantine, lockdown, or whatever, I'm very curious to know what people are doing if they can't cook. Like, are you just eating chips and ramen, or, you know, because the restaurants are closed, so I don't know. Like, what are you doing? Because I know I've been cooking. I've been just fine sitting at home. So, my one weakness, or a weakness that I have, I definitely say I have a big problem procrastinating with my work. Like, I can do experiments just fine, but when it comes time to, like, compiling that data and, like, it take me, I'll wait till the hour before. I like homework with classes and stuff. I'll wait till the day of, the night of, and start at 2 a.m. Like, it's bad, but sis, I've tried to fix it, but I just don't. Even with editing, I'll wait till the last minute. The worst boss or worst job I ever had. So I've only had a handful of jobs. I've worked at McDonald's, was my first job. I worked at the YMCA. I worked at Smoothie King. I worked at the hospital. Now I work at LSU. I think that's all the jobs I had. 5. So of course McDonald's was the worst job and the worst boss. My first boss was cool, but then we got this new boss, and he wanted to talk to me like I was at his house with him or something, and I don't go for that. I don't like people talking to me any kind of way. I don't tolerate that for anything. So I had clocked in one day and he was saying some stuff to me. He didn't even know it's like that, first of all. And he was just, and I'm just like, what? I'm like, you want what? And so, baby, I just clocked right back out and went home. And he was like, this is your last chance. You sure it's what you want to do? Yes, I'm 100% sure. Because I know I'm not going to work for you if you don't respect me, period. So I left. And I never looked back. Can you close your eyes and raise your eyebrows? All right, y'all tell me. Yeah, it feels like I did it. I wonder what that looked like on camera, but it feels like I did it. Can you whistle? I guess I can. I don't know if y'all can hear. Barely. You know how people be like, I can't do that, and I wish I could. Do I sleep with the lights on or off? Both. It just depends. Like, sometimes I want it to be dark and dead quiet. Sometimes I want the TV on. I like that my TV has this feature. I don't know what it's called, but like it'll turn the picture off, but it'll leave the noise on. So it'll be dark, but then I'll have like a little bit of noise. I like that. Then I also have this sleep app where it plays like little relaxing sounds. It just depends on my mood. Do I prefer people to sugarcoat things or tell it like it is? Please tell me like it is. Please do not try to lie to me or tell me some other stuff. Like, tell me like it is. Because I'm going to tell you like it is. And I think a lot of people know that about me. And some people aren't comfortable with that. But I'm sorry. Like, I'm just going to say it. Tell me, like, and do the same for me. Please, tell me the truth. Tell me like it is. Like, period. My idea of a special time together with a partner. A vacation, preferably on the beach. You know how people ask you, like, what's your ideal first date? Going to the airport and getting on a plane and going on a trip. Something I look for in a partner. He gotta be funny. Like, he can't be all uptight because I'm a big old goofball. So what are we gonna do together? I'm gonna just be laughing, and then I'm gonna start looking at you like, why you not laughing? Like, is it not funny? Like, don't be uptight and shit like that. I'll never get along with somebody who can't like laugh and joke. Oh, and if they don't have a job or if they're like lazy, that's just very weak to me. Like, my dad was a superhero, and I understand it'll be really hard to find a guy that was like my dad. Like, literally, he was going and doing physical labor with his stomach cut open. Like, and then these guys these days, they want to go sit at a desk for 8 hours and then talk about how tired they are. I don't get it. And I mean, I guess because I've seen way better and I know. But that week, can't do it. Do I have tattoos? I don't. And I'm glad that I don't. I'm glad that I waited, because I wanted a lot of tattoos like while I was in high school and stuff. And now thinking about all the stuff that I wanted to get, I mean, it would have been cool, but I just don't feel the passion for some of the things that I want. But some things, like 1 or 2 or 3 things, like I could still get. And now that I'm older, like, I'll feel more comfortable in the decision of making permanent decisions about my life like that. And do I have piercings? So I have the top of both of my ears pierced. Those were the most painful out of all my piercings. Then I have my rook here. I have my first holes, one under my tongue, and I had a vertical tongue piercing, but I took it out because it was ruining my teeth. The dentist was like, sis, your gums are eroding, you need to take this out. And I took it out that day. And I have my belly button pierced. That's it. Nothing too crazy. I think I want one more though in my ear. Yeah, but I'll definitely probably get some tats, but I'm not in a rush. If I had more courage, what would I do differently? Honestly, I felt like I made a lot of good decisions in my life. So, and I'm not really a person to be scared. So I don't think it's much I do different. But now that I think about it, really looking at my decisions, not that I regret anything I've done, but when I graduated high school, I think I probably was a little scared of going to college out of state, to the point where I didn't even apply to too many out of state colleges. I just applied to my dream school. And even still, like, I couldn't go because it was super expensive. First of all, it was a private school. And then when I started getting scholarship offers from in-state, it just made it an easy decision to stay. So I go where the money go. Period. That was the last question. So if you guys have any more questions that you want me to answer, if they're not too personal, I'll probably answer them. Or maybe I could do a part 2 or like a travel one. Yeah, so if you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you here, especially in the lockdown. I know y'all ain't got nothing to do, so I could give y'all some entertainment. But yeah, so I guess I'll see you guys. I think the next video I post after this one will be a mom tag, since it's already filmed. But yeah, so look forward to that, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.